What's up with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, people, humanity, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and as always, otakus and ikikomoris out there. This is Nintendo Sony Freak 2011, aka Manny Wolverine. And of course, you guys are interested in natural storage channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff. Two quick, small little updates. I was hearing a lot about this news the other day about how China, one of the most biggest fucking communists, George Orwell in 1984, very, very controlling as fuck. Probably one of the biggest brainwashing countries in the world. Probably besides North Korea and Cuba. I know they're super communist as fuck too. And there's a lot of other reasons too. I can't get into it because then it gets into a lot of the truth in movie and the typical tinfoil shit, like the fucking elites and the globalists and the Illuminati Freemason shit. That's what it really comes down to be honest. But I can't talk about that because YouTube is very strict as fuck on that. And if anyone kind of talks about that in this channel, on the site, not on this channel, but like on this website in general, which I did hear YouTube's going to make it a lot worse for people that do this for a full-time career, which I don't. So I'll be okay, because most of you guys know, you heard me for years, you know I already work at a hotel casino thing, so I'll be good. I'll be Gucci as fuck. I'll be totally okay. But for the people that do this for a full-time job, it's just going to hurt them even more. But I did hear something about YouTube starting in January of 2020 next year. They're going to make it more restrictive for especially, this goes out to anybody that does this for a full-time that has kids, that has children of their own right now, which luckily I don't, so I would never have to worry about this way, per se, except for the profanity parts, because you know I already say fuck, shit, ass, bastard, cock, all this fucking shit, because I'm kind of a dirty mouth fucking person. IRL, I kind of am like that too, but I control my profanity a lot more off camera. But anyways, fuck, shit. Yeah, that's going to be a bitch for you guys, so any of you guys got children, and you do children, like, child-friendly videos and shit, you might be screwed over with this one, unfortunately. But yeah. Oh, also, I was going to do a reaction video probably tomorrow. I was going to do it today. I think it was going to be a dead battle thing with that chick from One Punch Man versus the dude from Mob Psycho, which I've never watched the Mob Psycho anime. I know it's the same dude that made One Punch Man, and I still never watched the second and third season of that. I got to get on that, bro. Because I'm tired of missing that shit. I think it came out like last year, 2018. I missed it like a year ago, so whenever I finish ever watching Persona 5 or 6 of the anime, then I'll probably get to it. Who knows? Because the last two I actually watched, the animes, it was like a couple months ago, even though it came out last year, which was The Promised Neverland. Oh my god, I can't wait for that one next year. 2020 is going to be so good. That, and then I think I watched another one. It was kind of like, it wasn't a hentai sort of thing. It was more like an ecchi fan service sort of like anime. It was called something Stockings, or whatever it was called. It was just literally the whole anime. It's only like 8 or 12 episodes long. That's it. And it's just about, I think it was called Yuri Pants or something like that, where they pretty much just show these girls, like, they show their legs and their thighs the whole time. So, very fan servicey. I thought it was funny as fuck most of the time when I was watching. I was like, man, whew, there's a lot of sexual things in that bitch. But anyways, let's get on to the video. Yeah, I was going to talk about that. I might talk about another video how China's like fucking making it mandatory for anyone that's under 18 that's still a kid or a teenager over there, that they're going to be doing like less than 2 hours. If they play more than 2 hours of video games, they'll be sent to juvenile hall or jail or something like that, which sucks. It's more of a power grab with China, man. I feel bad for those motherfuckers so bad. I'm not saying here in the United States we kind of get that too, because there are a few laws in this country, I'm not going to lie, I do kind of disagree with, and there's some I do agree with. It's just how the way the world works. So let's begin. So it says, I was going to read this from Pokemon Go Live, but I couldn't find it nowhere, so I'm going to read it on Forbes. So, how to find Pokemon Go's new Team Rocket leaders and special resources. Speaking of fan service, I don't know what it is in Niantic. I know this chick is fully clothed, but when I went to go, like, I'm not going to say which websites it was, but there's not that much Rule 34 of this chick. I looked to see if there's any very super sexualized version of this chick, Sienna. There's only like 4 of them. That's pretty wild. I think there would have been more than that. I guess there isn't. But man, Niantic, you kind of know how you're doing what you're really, very, very questionable fans that, like to fap off to certain things. But anyways, I know you're still family friendly too. You got to be family friendly. Because if this chick was wearing something way less than that, people would be pissed. Especially parents that play with Pokemon Go with their kids. They'd probably be a little pissed off about that. Anyways, let's begin. This comes from Paul Tassi, so I got to credit is due there. Hopefully I don't have to do this in a 2-part. So it says Pokemon Go is not done yet integrating Team Go Rocket into the game. I don't know why I said Team Rocket. It should be Team Go Rocket. For a while now, we've been fighting Team Rocket Grunts and their shadow Pokemon, but now the game is moving to a new territory. Pokemon Go players have their team leaders Blanche, Candela, and Spark, but now we're having Team Rocket leaders as well, along with their big boss, a well-known handler into the series character, which is Giovanni, if any people didn't know. Pokemon Go has been teasing the new Pokemon Team Rocket leaders for all week long, which include Cliff, rival to Blanche, Sierra, rival to Spark, and Arlo, rival to Candela. There's actually a good amount of lore Niantic has written about these, which you can read if you like, but now it's time to crush them. Niantic has outlined the steps that you need to undertake in order to find Team Rocket leaders, defeat them, and ultimately do a special research project that will lead you all the way to the big boss Giovanni, Grand Leader of Team Rocket. You have a new special research task live this morning called Looming in the Shadows, so head there first. You need to find mysterious components which will drop from Team Go Rocket Grunts when you fight them in the wild, so do battle as many as you can. It's probably going to be 2 years by the time I even get to that, so it's going to be a long-ass mission for me to get this shit. Step 3. 6 mysterious components will allow you to create Team Go Rocket Radar, which allows you to find the hideouts of Team Rocket leaders near you. Step 4. You have to fight Cliff, Sierra, and Arlo. They have shadow Pokemon, including ones you've never seen before, and you will have to beat them and rescue the Pokemon, which may have special properties. According to Niantic, and as an aside, you need a Go Rocket Radar to find hideouts, but some you know who has a Go Rocket Radar can leech them and use it to find the location to hide out which one of them on your own, allowing friend groups to do this together. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to get this done because, unfortunately, and the only IRL friends I have are my roommates. That's it. I haven't had IRL friends in like 7-8 fucking years, so this is going to be a long-ass one for me to do. I haven't even started it yet. With a bunch of Grown Rocket on your belt, along with a few other tasks, you eventually get the Super Rocket Radar or Willow, which will allow you to find Giovanni. Niantic warns that the other grunts may possess a fake Giovanni before you actually find him. Okay, I didn't know that. That's going to make it more of a pain in the ass to get him. The reward for defeating the man himself, a legendary Shadow Pokemon with big moves. Okay. I wonder if it's going to be a Shadow Mewtwo. That might be it. Because that's how it was in the anime, but it wasn't a Shadow Mewtwo. It was like a mechanical Mewtwo, which they kind of already did that already. So I don't know if it's going to be that again. So yeah, there's a long story, the long story and the short of it. It's going to take a lot of mowing through Team Go Rockets to get this done. But man, this game is really transformed. If you would have told me a year ago we'd be fighting through Team Go Rockets NPCs to fight Giovanni, I would have not believed you, but Go really has come a long way. This is a very cool endeavor and a storyline that has come up with, and I can't wait to get started. Let's go destroy some Rocket Goons. That's funny how he did that. So, yeah, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Like I said before, I'll say it again. For me personally, this is going to be like at least 1 or 2 fucking years before I get this shit done. Oh, it's going to be a very long time. And as far as everything else goes, maybe her and then the other 2 guys, which is Arlo and what's his name, Cliff. I guarantee you they're going to be overpowered as fuck when you fight their shadow ones. But let's get into some different news I rarely ever talk about. Mr. Death Stranding man and Metal Gear Solid man himself, Hideo Kojima. The man, the myth, the fucking legend. Even though, granted, I never played a lot of the Metal Gear Solid games because I never really cared too much about them. But I know I got some Metal Gear Solid fans. I got them somewhere out there that do watch my videos. So, not saying the game is a bad game. It's probably a good game. I just never got into it. So, Hideo Kojima says, I'm probably going to read half of this. I'm going to read the whole thing. Says that he will start making films into the future. By Connor Sheridan. This comes from Games Radar. Hopefully I can read this whole thing. So it says, with Death Stranding just a few days away, we've already arrived, we're already getting a good picture of what Kojima Productions plans to work on next. Game director Hideo Kojima said that BAFTA plans the last week of his next project could be the fusion of games and movies, and it will capitalize on the way streaming is utilized. I think united in many forms of entertainment, include a new mini documentary published by the BBC over this weekend. Kojima explains that the concept, and he also explicitly confirms of what people are familiar with were from his previous works or may have already expected. It says, in a quote, in the future, Kojima Productions will start making films. Not surprised that he did, because I know some fans did tell me, and I'm either like on Twitter or something, or some sort of live chat on Twitch, they did tell me sometimes that he's always one of the main movies in the video games all the time. So I'm not really shocked about this shit. If you can do one thing well, you can do everything well, Kojima said, starting to laugh. He was probably poking fun at his ambitions with the second part, but it sounds like he is serious about working on this film project as a game. Ever since making the original Metal Gear Solid, it should say that, Kojima's games have been heavily inspired by cinema. This is both on the series of the extended movie-style cutscenes and the overall themes and vibes. I mean, Snatcher was an adventure game, and a version of the Blade Runner was with Terminators instead of the replicants, and Metal Gear Solid starts with pretty much the same premises as The Rock. Despite finally pursuing his cinematic ambitions outright, Kojima isn't leaving the world of video games behind. Which I'm glad he's not, because that would really suck ass if he was doing it. Oh, I guess I can read the whole thing then. It says, quote, this is Mr. Kojima himself, I think within the next few years, gaming will be the movies. Oh my god. I apologize for that. I don't know if it was going to go that fucking far. Oh yeah, within the next few years, gaming will move on to streaming, Kojima says. Movies, dramas, and games will be streamed, and you'll enjoy them on your iPad, iPhones, or any screen, anytime, anywhere. When this happens, games, films, and dramas will have to compete, on the same prices. I'm very interested in the new format of games that will appear on there, and that's what I want to take on. This is a really, really cool ass thing. There's something about him. Oh, that's funny. I don't care about that shit. Oh man. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions, Kojima, man. I'm not gonna lie, there was that one back, I think it was 2012 or 2013 when it came out, Metal Gear Rising. I think that's like the only Metal Gear Solid game I played, and I actually enjoyed it. The other ones before that, I know it was a little bit different because it was a hack and slash game, because the other ones weren't hack and slash, they're more like a stealthy, sort of like James Bond sort of games, or as far as I could tell, because I never really played any of them. I know back in the days when I was a 90s, early 2000s kid, when I used to play at my cousin's places that had video games that I didn't have, I remember they loved Metal Gear Solid. Me, I was just bored as fuck. I just watched most of the time, because those type of games, they didn't really appeal to me. I mean, yeah, I know they had action, they had adventure, they had a really good-ass storyline, but I just never got into it. I'm sorry. That's not as bad as, like, when I don't like The Sims or shit like Animal Crossing or Halo. Like, those games suck ass completely. No offense to anyone that likes Animal Crossing or Sims, but I don't like those builder simulator games. That shit really bores the fuck out of me. There's not going to be no action adventure or shit getting exploded or nothing. Like, I'm not into it. It just, I don't feel it. It's garbage. I'm sorry. I mean, if you like those games, more power to you. I'm not hating you as a person because I hate those games. It's just those games kind of suck. I'm sorry. But Metal Gear Solid series, it doesn't suck. It's cool, but it's something just sad to say. I just never got into it. But anyways, that's all I gotta say for now. Mr. Kojima, hopefully he makes some really good video game movies. This is something, because a lot of video games in the past that turn into movies, they always become really super shitty as fuck. They're really, really garbage as hell. Hollywood fucks it up every fucking time. The only time I think Hollywood video games didn't fuck it up is when they made the World of Warcraft thing, and maybe Assassin's Creed, and that's it. Which had I known Michael Fassbender, the same dude that did all the younger X-Men Days of Future Past movies, he did good on there. But other than that, that's all I gotta say for now, and I'm done here. Links to description box down below, cartoon inside. This Hideo Kojima, man, I'm hoping you do a good job, buddy. You really got to do a badass job. And that's it. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, and as always, otakus and Nikikomoris out there. I will see you when I see you guys. Good day, have a good night, wherever you're in the universe out there. Stay tuned for future article session reviews, including video game and industry news, anime manga news, internet news, and opposite of the video. Peace out. Out like sauerkraut, late saying goodbye. I'll see you on the flip side.